Hi guys, doing welcome to day one of Precalculus. So today we're going to be adding and subtracting polynomials, multiplying algebraic expressions, square of a sum and differences, difference of two squares, and factoring out greatest common factor, also known as GCF. So just to let you know, this is going to be an accelerated pace because it's an algebra review. So if you ever feel like pausing the video or something like that, please do. Okay, let's do this. So right now we're going to be adding and subtracting polynomials, so let's do it. Let's do this. Okay. So we have x cubed minus 6x squared plus 2x plus 4 plus x cubed plus 5x squared minus 7x. Okay, oh, I forgot parentheses here. So what do? So since this is positive, we can pretty much drop the parentheses. We just add like terms. So we have x cubed minus 6x squared plus 2x plus 4 plus x cubed plus 5x squared minus 7x. Okay, now we gotta combine like terms. X cubed plus x cubed is 2x cubed. Negative 6x squared plus 5x squared is negative x squared. 2x minus 7x is negative 5x. Then we just have plus 4 left. That's it. Now let's look at the next one. B. So see if you can do it. We have parentheses 3x squared plus x plus 1 plus 2x squared minus 3x minus 5. So see if you can do it. So what we can do, since it's positive, we can just drop the parentheses. So really just adding like terms here, since I don't have to think about the parentheses too much. Minus 5. Okay, combining like terms, 3x squared plus 2x squared is 5x squared. And x minus 3x minus 2x plus 1 minus 5 is negative 4. So this is this should be equal. Okay, and that's it. So we just added. So we're adding and subtracting polynomials. Now let's do the next one. C. X cubed minus 6x squared parentheses plus 2x plus 4 minus x cubed plus 5x squared minus 7x. So how do we do this? Since this time it's a negative, we got to distribute the negative, but here we don't have to, we just drop the parentheses. So now we got to distribute the negative because there's already a negative 1 there. So anything that's positive becomes negative, and that's what's negative becomes positive. Now we just combine like terms. X cubed, negative x cubed, they cancel each other. Negative 6x squared minus 5x squared is negative 11x squared. Plus 2x plus 7x is plus 9x, and then you have plus 4 left, right? That's it. Okay, let's do the next one. Try it out. So what I can do here, subtract the parentheses, right? Now subtract, we have negative 2x squared plus 3x plus 5. Combining like terms, you have x squared left plus x plus 3x is plus 4x, then plus 1 plus 5 is plus 6. That's it. Okay, so we just added and subtracting polynomials. Alright, let's go to the next topic. Okay. We're going to be talking about multiplying algebraic expression. Multiplying algebraic expression. So let's do it. Come for the problem here. We have 2x plus 1, 3x minus 5. Now we just gotta, what we gotta do is when we multiply the expression and we use this term called FOIL. What is FOIL? Basically, it means how to multiply the expression. Another way to think about it. First, right? So that would be 6x squared. 2x times 3x, and then outer, which is going to be here 2x minus times negative 5, which is negative 10x. Then inner is 1 times 3x, which is plus 3x, and then 1 times negative 5 is the last one. That's it. Combining this like terms, you have 6x squared minus 7x minus 5. That's it. Alright, let's do D1, x plus 1, x plus 2. So try it out. That's a 6, by the way. So we called FOIL, so we FOIL x times x squared. Do the last, that'll be plus 2x, inner plus x, last. Plus 2. So combine like terms, you have x squared plus 3x plus 2. There you go. So we just multiplied algebraic expressions. Okay, we're moving on to the next topic. Okay. Doing square of a sum. Square of a sum. Okay. What's this? Should we capitalize? Okay. So square of a sum and differences, we have this formula. It's called a plus b squared. So how do we do this? Basically, we FOIL this. We're gonna get ab times ab. It's the same thing. And when we do, it's gonna be a squared plus ab, right? Plus ab plus b squared, right? So that's how we derive this formula. This has become 2ab. So I'm going to erase this. So we have a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Okay? So we're going to use this technique instead of having to FOIL. Alright, so let's do that. You have x plus 1 squared. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to identify what my a is and what my b is to do this problem. I know my a is equal to x, my b is equal to 1. So we just apply x is equal to a, so we have x squared plus 2 times a, which is x, times b, which is 1, plus b squared, which is 1 squared. And then we simplify, you have x squared plus 2x plus 1. That's it. Okay, try it out. So we have a is equal to what? A is equal to x, b is equal to 2. Then we have a squared is x squared plus 2ab, which is x, times 2 plus 2b squared, which is 2 squared, and then we simplify, which is going to be x squared plus 4x plus 4. Okay? That's it. So we did the square of a sum. Now let's do the square of a difference. Okay? So we do a minus b. The square is equal to, it's pretty much the same except what? This is not going to be plus, this is a minus. But let's do a problem. We have x minus 1 squared. So we have a is equal to what? X. B is equal to 1. Right? Be careful, it's not negative 1, it's 1. So you have x. A squared is x squared minus 2a, which is x. B is 1 plus b squared, 1 squared. So we simplify, we have x squared minus 2x plus 1. Okay, so why don't you try it out? X minus 2 squared. So we identify a is equal to x, b is equal to 2, not negative 2, right? So we have a squared is x squared minus 2ab, which is 2 times x, times b, which is 2. Then what? Plus b squared. You have x squared minus 4x plus 4. And that's it. So we just had a square of a sum in differences. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. Difference of two squares. So I have difference of two squares. Difference of two squares. Two squares. Okay. So let's do this. So to get the difference of two squares, is we have this a minus b, a plus b is equal to a squared minus b squared. But how do I do that? If I FOIL, I get a squared minus ab plus ab, well, plus ab if you're going outer first, right? Then inner would be, and order doesn't matter, it could be FOIL or FIOL, by the way. So minus ab plus b squared. When we do that, this will cancel. We have a squared minus b squared. That's why we got this formula. Okay, so we're gonna apply that technique. So let's do this. You have a squared minus b squared. All right? Do this. So we have x minus 1, x plus 1. Okay, so let's see. How do I do this? Identify what a is. A is equal to x, b is equal to 1, right? So we just apply it. We have x squared minus 1 squared, which is going to be x squared minus 1. Okay, why don't you try it out? X minus 1, x 1 plus 2. Oh, sorry. Why did I do that? Okay, here. Why don't you guys try this out? So what do we get? We get a is equal to what? X, b is equal to 2, right? So we have x squared minus b squared, which is 2 squared, and then we have to simplify, get x squared minus 4. That's it. We just did difference of two squares. Let's do another problem. Moving on. Factoring out greatest common factor. Okay, so let's do that. We factor out greatest common factor. Which is also known as GCF. GCF. Okay. So let's do a problem. We have A is it's going to be 3x squared minus 6x. So how do I do this? I factor out what's the greatest common between the numbers 3 and 6, which is what? 3. How about x squared and x? The greatest common factor is x. What's left? 3 goes outside, so we just have 1x left. Here, 6 from 3, we get minus 2, right? Keep the sign. And x, we took out an x, so it's just minus 2. Alright. So let's see if you do one. You have 2x squared minus 4x. So try it out. So what's the GCF between 2 and 4? It's just 2, right? Then how about x squared and x? It's just x. Then you have x minus 2. That's it. There you go. So let's do another problem. Let's do C. Let's do C. Slightly more complicated. We have 8x to 4 y squared plus 6x cubed y cubed minus 2x y. Okay. All right. So what do? First, we look at the numbers. What's the GCF? It's just 2, right? How about x? And when we look at the x, what is the GCF? From x to the 4, x cubed x, it's just x. How about y squared and y's? It's just y squared. So what's left, factoring out 8 from 2, we get 4. So keep in mind when we're factoring out numbers, we're dividing, because we're doing the opposite, and we're really because when we distribute back, we're multiplying. So here when we factor out variables, we're subtracting the variables. So because that's the formula for subtracting variables. Alright? So here you got 4. So this is really 4 minus 1 is x cubed. Y squared, we took out the y squared, so it's gone. Right? Now plus factoring out 2, we're dividing really. So how about x cubed? We took out 1, so this would be x squared. Y cubed, took out 2, so this would be just y. Factored out 2 already, we took out 1x. We took out 2 y squared, so this will be just 2 left. And that's it. So let's try. Let's have you try it. Yeah, 2x squared. So this is equal. Yes. 2x squared minus 6x squared plus 4x. So try it out. So what's the GCF? The first, we look at the numbers, it's just 2. X squared, x and x, just x. Then y, x and x, just x. Y squared and y is just y. Y outside, not inside. Okay, so what's left? You just have x. Here you have minus 3. Factor out the x, so you just have 1y. Here I factor out 2 from 4, we have 2. And that's it. There you go. So let's do some practice problems, huh? Some practice problems. So we're doing some practice problems. Let's go. Let's go. Practice problems. So the first one is, so for these practice problems, I want you to try it out. And if you get one question wrong, just go back to the video and see what's going on and try to understand what's the mistake. Alright. So let's go. So the first one, we just drop the parentheses. It says this is plus, so this is 2x squared plus x plus 1. Then there will be plus 3x squared minus 3x minus 5. There you go. Now combine like terms, 2x squared plus 3x squared would be 5x squared. Then x minus 3x would be minus 2x. 1 and negative 5 is negative 4, and that's it. So what am I doing? If you know I should have told you the step what we're supposed to do, because that's what you should be, but you guys know what the process was, which is good. So adding and subtracting polynomials, that's what we're doing now. Polynomials, there you go. So I got minus 1, 2, x cubed plus 6x squared minus 4x minus 3x. So pause the video if you have to. Give me a minute, I'll be back. So what to do? We basically do what? Get rid of the parentheses here. Here we gotta be careful because it's a negative, so we gotta distribute the negative, right? So now we just combine like terms, only x cubed here. And here we have 6x squared minus 3x squared, which is plus 3x squared, minus 4x minus 2x is minus 6x, plus 7 plus 4 is plus 11. That's it. Okay, so we just added and subtracted polynomials. So let's do number 3. So what am I doing? I'm multiplying an algebraic expression, but let me write it down. I think you know what to do already. So try it out. So I'm multiplying algebraic expression. Okay, so we FOIL, right? So 3t times 7t, you get 21t squared. 3t minus times negative 5 is minus 15t. Negative 2 plus times 7t is negative 14t. Negative 2 times negative 5 is plus 10. So we just combine like terms. You have 21t squared minus 29t plus 10. There you go. So number 4, we are still multiplying algebraic expression, but try to do it the shortcut method using the formulas that we did earlier. So using the shortcut method, right? What is a? In this case, a is equal to x. And then what is b? It's equal to 2, not negative 2. So you have a squared minus b squared. So in this case, what? You get x squared minus 2 squared. So if you simplify this, you have x squared minus 4. Right? So let's do another one. Number 5. X plus 3 squared. So pause the video if you have to. But we have this form a plus b squared. A plus b squared is a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Right? So in this case, a is what? A is x, b is 3. So we have a squared, which is x squared, plus 2ab. So a is x, b is 3. And then plus b squared. So what is b squared? What is b is 3, so 3 squared. So we simplify this, you get x squared plus 6x plus 9. Okay, so let's do the next one. So we do the same thing, right? So we have a squared, this case, a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. So in this case, what is a squared? It's just going to be x squared. What is the a, which is x, which is 2 times a times b. It's just 3, not negative 3. And then plus b squared. What is b? 3 squared, right? So we simplify, you get x squared minus 6x plus 9. That's it. So we just did called multiplying algebraic expression. Here we use the formula a squared minus b squared. Here we use a plus b squared. Here we use a minus b squared to get this. Okay? All right. Now we're gonna do is called factoring GCF. Factor of GCF. Factor GCF. Greatest common factor. It's called GCF for short, but it's really the same thing as greatest common factor. So let's do another problem. We have 8, 3x cubed, y plus 6x. Try it out. So what we do, we factored out what? 3 from 6 and 9 is 3. X cubed, x squared, and x is x. Y squared, and y cubed is just y. That's the greatest common factor. What's left? You have x squared plus, factor out 3 from 6 is 2. Took one out, x, so we took one y, that's good. So 9, factor out 3, we get 3, x and y is gone. No, we have y squared left, and that's it. That's it. So when we did the practice problem, you got one wrong. Just kind of pause the, try to go back to the video and see what you did wrong. So we have examples. Page 31. We have number 7, 9, 11, 19, 21, 23, 25, 43, 45, 47. 45 might be tricky, so see if you can figure that out. You really just factor on the GCF. That's it. So what book am I using? I'm using this book. It's Precalculus, the 5th edition. I got this on Amazon for like $20. I would suggest for you to do more practice problems. It's going to help you out. And this should take you about 11 questions. This should take you about 10 to 30 minutes to do, depending on your level. But I want students really to progress in Precalculus is to spend, since this is a 30-minute video, is to spend an hour for each time we have a lesson. And what I really want is, you notice I said it will take you about 10 to 30 minutes. Is to be able to read the next 30 minutes. I want students to be able to redo the problem or understand it really well. And my main thing is for students to be able to teach somebody. If you can teach it to someone, then that means you really know how to do it. That's one thing.